Have you ever felt like the world was out of control? Like everywhere you look, something's wrong. People hurting each other. Good being forgotten. Right being ignored. Imagine a world where that was all there was. A world where people had completely turned their backs on what was good. That's the world we're stepping into today. This is the story of one man who stood firm when the whole world walked away. This is the story of Noah's Ark and the Great Flood. One morning, as Noah was going about his day, God spoke to him. "Noah," he said, "I'm going to bring a great flood upon the earth. Everything will be washed away. But I want you to build a boat, a huge ark, for you, your family, and every kind of animal." Noah must have paused for a moment. The flood? Rain? Enough water to cover the whole earth? It had never happened before. But Noah didn't ask for proof. He didn't argue. He trusted God completely. "Yes, Lord," Noah said. God gave Noah exact instructions. Build the ark with rooms and 3 levels. Use strong wood. Cover it with tar so water doesn't get in. Make it long and tall and wide, big enough for your family and the animals. I will bring them to you, 2 of every kind. You will keep them safe. Imagine how Noah must have felt. He wasn't a boat builder. He didn't live near an ocean, and people around him would definitely think he was crazy. So Noah began. Day by day, he and his sons cut wood, hammered nails, and shaped the ark. People came by to mock him. "Hey Noah, where's the lake? Building a boat in the middle of dry land? You've really lost it this time." But Noah didn't stop. He kept going, because he knew, when God speaks, you listen. And with every board he nailed, Noah was not just building a boat. He was building faith. He was building obedience. He was preparing for a promise. Years passed as the ark took shape. And then, just like God said, something amazing happened. The animals began to arrive. 2 by 2. A male and a female of every kind. Lions and tigers. Giraffes and zebras. Birds and insects. Monkeys and camels. Even the tiniest ants and buzzing bees. Some walked. Some crawled. Some flew. It was as if creation itself was coming alive again. A parade of colors, sounds, and movement. People watched in shock. How could all these animals be coming to Noah? Still many laughed, but Noah didn't care. He welcomed the animals, guided them into the ark, and made sure each one had a place. He had prepared food and straw. He arranged places for them to rest. And when the last animal stepped in, Noah and his family followed. Then, something only God could do happened. God himself closed the door. The time had come. The world had ignored the warnings. They had laughed at Noah's faith. But now, the sky began to darken. The wind picked up. The air turned heavy. And for the first time in history, raindrops fell. At first, the rain came softly, just a sprinkle. But then, like drums pounding, the sky broke open. Water poured from the heavens. Springs burst from the earth. Rivers overflowed. Streets became streams. Streams became lakes. Lakes became oceans. People ran, shouted, banged on the ark's door. But it was too late. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain didn't stop. Inside the ark, it was dark and crowded. But it was also safe. Noah fed the animals. His family prayed. They waited. Outside, the world was covered in water. Mountains disappeared. Cities vanished. Nothing was left. It was quiet now. Just the sound of rain and the creaking of the ark as it floated on the waves. It was a time of sadness, but also a time of hope. Because while the world was washed clean, Noah, his family, and every kind of animal were alive. And in the middle of the storm, God was with them. Finally, after 40 days, the rain stopped. But there was still water everywhere. 4 months, the ark floated across a world of water. No land, no trees, no people, just endless waves. But then one day, the ark stopped. It had landed on a mountain, Mount Ararat. Noah sent out a raven, then a dove, to see if it could find dry land. The first time, the dove came back, no place to land. The second time, it returned with a fresh olive leaf, a sign of life, a sign of hope. The third time, the dove did not return. The earth was ready. The first thing Noah did wasn't to build a house. It wasn't to find food or start farming. It was to build an altar and say thank you to God. Noah worshipped. He offered a sacrifice. He gave thanks, and God was pleased. He made a promise. Never again will I flood the whole earth. As long as the world lasts, there will be day and night, summer and winter, planting and harvest. Then God placed something beautiful in the sky. A rainbow, a sign of His promise, a sign of His mercy, a sign of hope. Every time you see a rainbow, you can remember that promise. That even when things seem broken, God is still working. Even after storms, God brings peace. The story of Noah's Ark is more than just animals and a big boat. It's about listening to God when others don't. It's about obeying even when it's hard. It's about judgment, but also about mercy. It's about destruction, but also about new beginnings. It teaches us that God sees the heart. Faith means trusting even when we can't see. One person's obedience can change the world. And no matter how dark the world gets, there is always a way back through God's grace. The rainbow in the sky reminds us of that. And maybe, just maybe, you and I can be like Noah, a light in a dark world. The person who walks with God, no matter what. Because when you walk with God, you're never alone. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel for more Bible stories. Like, comment, and share.